今天继续分享我跟凯文凯利的对谈中聊到的有意思的观点。在新书《2049未来1万天的可能》里，凯文凯利提到，脑机接口会快速进步，人类可以借助脑机接口拥有第二大脑。AI 会让新药研发的速度变得更快，促进基因编辑技术更快成熟。富人可以用这些技术延长寿命，提高颜值。看到这些内容，我不禁想到了一个问题：现在这个时代，大家还有机会通过基因带来的颜值或者后天的努力超过王思聪，实现阶层跃迁。但在未来，如果富人用脑机接口变得更聪明，用基因编辑和更好的新药变得颜值更高、更加强壮，那面对这些用超能力变得更聪明、更漂亮和帅气的富人，普通人岂不是永远都没有追上的可能了吗？在对谈中，我跟凯文凯利就这个问题做了深入的探讨。接下来就是我们对谈中的相关内容的片段。听完这期视频，大家可以在评论区写下自己的感想，我会挑选3个我最喜欢的评论，给大家送出3套礼物。每套礼物都会包含有我签名的帆布袋、书签和《2049》这本书，欢迎大家多多评论。Well, that leads me to think about this the wealth inequality, because in the past, if a poor kid study really hard and work hard, the kid has the chance to become rich or even president. But in your book, you described how powerful this BCI, aka brain-computer interface, and gene editing is, and you said they will be expensive, which I totally agree. So my question is, if the rich can access brain-computer interfaces and gene editing, which make them smarter, stronger, and better looking, will the poor ever get a chance to improve their situation?
So the technology is between the haves and the have-laters, not the have-nots. In the beginning, only the billionaires had the cell phone. Now everybody, the poorest person has a cell phone. And by the way, the poorest person in China, a farmer somewhere in, Shanxi somewhere, who has a phone, has exactly the same phone that Jack Ma has. So Jack Ma's phone is not a billion times better than their phone. And he's wearing clothes that are not a billion times better than your clothes. And his home, right, even though it may be gigantic, is not a billion times better than your home. The differences between the lifestyle of the richest and the poorest is shrinking, is diminishing. What they have is they have a lot of zeros in the bank account, but it's not really meaningful. It's increasingly not as meaningful. And so, because the limit is not the number of zeros, the limit is how much attention can they give things. And they have the same attention span as you have. I think it is true that the rich will have some of these technologies first, but when they have them, they'll be high priced and not very good. But because they are using them, they will subsidize it until the technology is affordable and really works for everybody. They're good for the system, those billionaire early adopters, because they're going to be buying the technology when it doesn't work perfectly well and it's overpriced. And they're going to help bring the price down and make it affordable for everybody else. And that gap continues to shrink in the number of years, how long that takes. I think it's perfectly fine if people who are very rich want to spend money on new technology that doesn't work very well.
I see, that's true. Because in the past, the cell phone, the big ones, in China it's called 大哥大. It costs about like 10,000 RMB 20 years ago.
You had plugged into your car. It was there. That's fine. They had them. There wasn't that much advantage. And so, they'll be doing gene editing, but the gene editing won't be that accurate. They'll have mistakes. They'll pay it overpriced. But eventually, within some decade, it'll be a lot cheaper, a lot better, a lot more precise, and then everybody will have it. And so I'm not concerned about that. I think it's not a real worry in today's the market pressures to reach more people, to have your AI. Again, the thing about AI, the AI that you have is exactly Bill Gates has the same AI that you have, right? Okay.
Yes, right.
As rich as he is, he's the same one. It's like somebody in Jakarta, some little kid in Jakarta has exactly the same AI that Bill Gates has. That's incredible.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.